That is a long piece of hose that come from work. Dug it out with a mini digger and yeah, basically was told that I could throw it in the bin or take it home. And I'm like, well, I initially threw it in the bin, but there's a few cracks and stuff in there, but I'm sure I can cut them out and find a section that's usable. So I'm like, no, actually I will take it, because I've already got one fire hose coming. As soon as I got enough money maybe in the next month or so, one of these is becoming a fire unit, so I'm just going to buy another pump. And I'm not sure, I'm leaning towards this big one and maybe putting a second hand pump on the little one. But we'll see. But I've a bit small for suction. So I think the suction on this here is bigger than that. Oh no, it's the same size actually. Out of the tank it's the same size. It's larger diameter here. But I was thinking high pressure with a big nozzle on it, firefighting nozzle on it. Yeah. So that's definitely going to be one. I'm not sure if I'm going to mount the motor on the front or on the back. The only thing with running it on the motor at the back, I've got to get suction from the front to the back. This goes in and has a little low point. If we can get the lid off with one hand. There's the suction there. And there's two things. Being fiberglass, I don't really want to put another tank nut in here and, you know, put it down the back. I mean, there's a hollow tube in the middle there for what was the fan shaft for the 3-point PTO. Goes through the guts. You can't see from this end. That pumps because it's blind on the back of it. There you go, that goes all the way to the front. So, you know, could run the suction down here and use that low spot in the tank, because that's the other thing that makes me not want to do it. Like, put tank nut here is it's level, whereas where that pickup is, it's actually got a low spot. But anyway, maybe I could use it on the back of here. This one's had chemical in it, and that's the drain point there. It's caught a bit of rain today. I want to put something in there to maybe neutralise it. It's only had Roundup in it. Maybe wash it out and see what it looks like, being stainless and all. So yeah, that's the go. Both of these were spray trailers, but this pump's absolutely knackered. And I wouldn't use it anyway for my purpose. But yeah, this had booms on the back and used to just knock around at 540E and low revs and just spray. He'd select his different thickies that he wanted on, and yeah. And this one, well, it was used for putting out copper and stuff like that on the vineyard and olive trees and things like that, so it's never had any chemical in it. And then once it was no longer a orchard sprayer as such, and all the trumpets and the fan came off the back, it was just a watering tank for watering new grapevines. So there's a bit of a rub mark there, but it does hold water anyway. So yeah, the only thing is I'm thinking, you know, like, I could put it behind the nav, but rather not. That's a patrol job. You know, like, whack it on the patrol and just send it. Leave it hooked to the patrol all summer next year. And that one there, you know, change the the end on it. And yeah, I can put that behind my ute, although it's going to have to be mounted down here somehow, down the bottom, because that's too high there. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make two anyway, but I think I'm gonna focus my efforts on this one. All that pump can come off, and I was kind of thinking about maybe recessing the pump in there to some degree. How would that work? The motor would be at the front here, as long as you had enough room to oil change it, and obviously pull start it. And you know, getting an airlock out of there, it'd be a pain in the neck. But these things, these bloody, what's that one? That's a 4-cylinder pump. Yeah, 5-cylinder pump. Those things make that much pressure that, yeah, you know, like 500-600 pound for one of those is nothing. That doesn't matter if it's got air, it's going to draw it through. But you know, I'm just trying to think, like, you know, you backed it in there, the angle from there to there, anyhow, without having it too many kinks in it, and you can't put right angles in it because it'll cavitate. So there's all that to think of. Whereas if the hose come through, nice gentle bend back through the guts, which, you know, that might be big enough. If I find a good section, come out the back here and go straight into the back of the pump with no bends, come out the pump at the back here, put a bit of a floor out the back here, put a couple of hoses here, and have a, you know, couple of hoses, couple of people, have one that's attached to the vehicle via the roof racks, and that back in through the back window, and the driver could shoot water out and someone could be standing on the back here. And look, it's even a tow bar. We could put the little tank behind it. Man, even the troll, I think, would have its guts hanging out with that on there. But yeah, it's an idea. Anyhow, I'll stop rambling. I'm going to go and have a beer.